Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very nice rooibos or red bush tea, and it seems that one of the visitors, that's Denning's son there, only age 5, has tropical fever. They are ill. However, they've been screened out with the visitor reception and are heading off the map, which means they're no longer our problem. So welcome back to the game. In the previous episode, once again, increasing the amount of prisoners we have, improving the amenities, etc. So we got like classrooms and other such things. So overall, pretty happy with that. There has been some change since that video. So firstly, I went and changed up these CCTV cameras to the north to the camouflage ones because I just, put in the other ones. And also you may notice that now all of the guard towers are now the wooden versions. Now I thought that was going to be a very expensive thing, but they both cost £3 but when you remove this and then sell it, you actually get 2.5 back, so it wasn't too much of an issue. What is an issue is that the inmate nutritional research was dropped because of, well, a weird thing when it comes to loading, and yeah, we're gonna have to start that again, which is also fun. We do have a better regime now, so we have some work time in there finally because that event passed, which means if we check out our programs, we've got the foundation education program, a pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, we've got parole hearings, lots of spiritual guidance, the tropical fever vaccine, and well, I was going to do kitchen safety and hygiene, but there's only one interested, so not really going to bother. We will do alcoholic group therapy though, because there's 7 interested, and that's probably it. So let's crack on with some building then. Specifically, we want to do the training room here, which I still think is a really quirky place to put it, but it is what it is. So we need rat traps, first aid stations, and a grit bin. So let's just go over to objects here and go for training room. And we're going to have... do we need chairs? We do need some chairs. So the chairs, which will be in yellow, will go up there. And then what we're going to do is have a rat trap, a first aid station, and a grit bin. Not that I think that the latter we will need at all. Oh, we also need an office desk, and... where will that go? Let me remove the rat trap. I'll put the rat trap in there. And then the office desk fancy can go in that corner there. And then that is our training room completed. Okay. Another thing as well to cover, people have been asking if we have things like snitch and the ex-law enforcement, why don't we assign a guard to them? And it is a fairly valid point. We can do that. However... how many do we have? Well, we have ex-prison guard, so this is Tim Keevil here. And prisoners on police officer or some other law enforcement, their life may be in danger. So, yeah, we're going to have to treat them almost like a snitch. So we've got a prison guard, we got a snitch and an ex-law enforcement. We have a snitch and ex-law enforcement, which is Andrew Gibbs, and they are also, cover is blown on that one. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So that's 4 people that we'd have to assign guards to. 5 people we'd have to assign guards to. That's fairly problematic. Okay, and you also can assign guards when they are currently in solitary, so we'll see how we get on there. Okay, let's just speed this thing up just a little bit. Danger level is increasing. I just want to check to see why that is, and it seems to be that there are literature and luxury needs. However, that's going down now, and we're actually getting money for early prisoner release. So, yeah, that's all good. Right, so we have here Andrew Gibbs. Let's assign a guard to them. So it says, do you wish to assign a guard? And yes, we do. Speaking of guards, I don't think we've ever really went and checked out ranks. Well, that person doesn't have a rank, that person doesn't have a rank, and that's a dog handler, so they don't have any of those anywhere. I'm guessing that most people, I don't think people have actually been in the prison long enough to have a rank. Just checking out the training room here, we can see that most of this is being ordered and placed, and it is now a legitimate training room. It is a bit of an ad hoc one at that, but, well, it's in. So over to our... oh, by the way, it says minus £6. That's just because of... I spent loads of money on guard towers just before the loading of this one. So that's all that's happened there. Anyway, over to our programs and staff programs, and there's guard taser certification, fire safety training, and first aid training. So we want certainly 1, 2, 3, and we will unpause that. We don't need to reschedule there. We don't need to reschedule there. Like I said, daily cash flow, that should sort itself out once we are pretty much up and running. And I'm just going to go around, and oh, there we go. So let's just see how this functions. So this is Andrew Gibbs, and we can see just behind them is this guard. So they're not at the hip, they're not escorting them everywhere they go, but pretty much wherever Gibbs goes, we will have a guard shadowing them. And you would hopefully think that if anything does happen, the guard can intervene on their behalf to make sure that everybody is safe. Will that actually happen? In my experience, no, it won't. Anyway, so we've got people like Kiva there, who is heading up to, yeah, I think they're getting put into solitary, perhaps. Let's have a quick look. It is found weapons and found luxuries. Fair enough, yeah, okay. In terms of building, then, where do we want to go with it? So we've got in our 2 visitation, we've got in the recently built, oh, there's a notebook page there, the recently built classroom, we've got double parole with the guard going in between, and we've also got this meeting room here. Let's just check on programs then and see what we can do. And is there anything that people would be really interested in? No, they're not really. No, I don't think there's much actually. Oh, and also that reminds me. I think, yeah, I changed the conduct policy for low, but not medium and high. So I'm going to say that match with minimum, and then that one is match with minimum. So yeah, if anything happens, you get searched and you get a long time in the punishment section there. The whole match thing is just great. It means you don't have to mess around with it. I think that's probably what the mistake was, doing one and didn't copy it over. Anyway, we have the common room all fine there. We've got the cleaning cupboard. Just going to double check the people working in that. So prison labour, we can see that is maxed out. We also have people not assigned to this, so we will do that. It says max jobs is 6 and qualified prisoners is also 6. So we do have the ability to sort that out. We can also see that there's still a lot of dirty food trays, and I'm wondering why that is. Let me just get some more staff, perhaps. We've got 6 cooks. I don't know if we need any more, but I'm going to hire them just to see if we can clean up more around there. Now that everybody's come in here as well, we should be able to see. Yeah, there's that guard shadowing shadowing Gibbs there. Let's just double check there. So we've got a person here. This is Clegg, so Tim Clegg. We'll assign a guard to them. We're also going to go over, and again, where it is, you know, snitch or ex-prison guard or whatever it happens to be, we're just going to assign a guard to them. It does mean that we're going to be pretty low on guards at some point, but yeah, it is what it is. And did that person have something on them there? Let me search that prison. I'm sure it popped up with something. Oh no, it would have been, I saw that. Ah, so they're getting fed gruel, right? Anyway, we're doing a single... No, not doing the single ones. We've done those previously, but we'll have to redo it. We're serving 3 high-variety, high-quantity meals per day. That is what we are doing in total. Down to sleep time shortly, and yeah, let's get some more building on the go. So over to quick build, and we're going to do cloning. What is the most likely thing we would need? I mean, just more prisoners is pretty much... Oh! That's a problem. More prisoners, I think, is the way to go. How much would all of that be? Let me double check. So let's just say clone all of that. Actually, clone all of that. So we'd go in there. It says 23,000 plus change during occurrence of currency, but I don't think that is actually true, because we're going to need more than that. But we had okay-ish money, and then it went south very quickly, and I'm guessing that's because we have, yep, lots of penalties for reoffending. What is our average reoffending grade? Is 30%. Okay. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. Over to prison grading. That is 39. Punishment at 7, reform at 2, security at 2, health at -3. I'm guessing that health thing is it's just going to be like that for all manner of reasons. 39% reoffending rate. 15 prisoners have been released. Deaths in custody 4, but no prisoners escaped. And paroled early 4, 0 reoffended. Well, doesn't really line up with that. Arrested and will return to prison. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there. Eaton was sent back to your prison. So there's that prisoner there you go. They're also a federal witness. Oh. Prisoners who witness an important legal case and as such has been targeted by death by a gang or crime boss. Well, we don't have those in place. We don't actually have gangs on, so it might not be a problem. Just double checking to see if there's any person we can put. Have we assigned a guard to James here? I don't know. Yeah, it says unassigned guard anyway. So we've got a federal witness there. We got Clegg, which we know they've got a guard on. Another federal witness. So yeah, it does say specifically targeted for death by a gang or crime boss. We don't have either as far as we're aware. So we'll see how we get on with that one. It looks like, finally, this person has been taken from solitary. And I'm going to end the punishment. The reason for that is you can't, I don't believe, assign a guard when they've basically been shackled up. Okay, so grants-wise, we've got 3 grants going. We've got manufacturing facility, we've got reform through education initiative, and we've got the inmate nutritional research, which we are working on. I think what we're going to do is pick up another bank loan, 25 grand, and I'm going to go to our custom cloning here. I'm just going to double check the measurement. It is all internal of the flooring, which should be fine. So it goes there. So that will give us another 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 36 prisoners. That'll take us over the 100, which means actually if we had a slightly different grant, we would get some more money. But we will get that anyway, so that is perfectly fine. So we're just going to run through a lot of this while we wait on. I have a feeling that these food trays are glitched. Because there's far too many. Realistically. We can see they are cleaning them. The cooks are cleaning them and stacking them up. Stack of 17 there. Stack of 2 there. I've told them to dump them, and we'll see if they get any more. Oh, hang on. There's another big stack of food trays that someone's just brought in. I'm sure they just brought them in there. Look at the deliveries as well. So many. So many. Normally, here and here, well, in one way, this way, we'd have a staff door and then a big locked door. We've moved away from that with this build because we've gone with prisoners working in the kitchen, which I imagine must be really warm. I mean, really, really warm in there. How are we getting on over here? It seems like the workers are cracking on. It's the same layout as obviously the previous ones, so that's fine. Nothing really to mess around or discuss there. We will have to get a patrol around it. So let's go over to that and go to deployment. Patrols, we're going to use the blue patrol to indicate a patrol that goes around here, as well as while we're on magenta patrol, which will go around this one. And there we go. Okay, I think that is correct. And we want to assign a dog handler to that one and a dog handler to that one. And that's 4 dog handlers in total. Guards-wise, it does say we have 4 dog handlers, so we do need, I think, a couple more, just a couple extra there. Ideally, we want probably another 2 more. Yeah. I think so, but I'm just worried about the expenditure. Going to receive 2 minimum security prisoners shortly. We also... I mean, I could change that up. And max sec it. I don't want Supermax. There is a legendary prisoner we can bring in as well. That will very much increase the amount of money. Yeah, go on. Let's bring in a legendary prisoner, which apparently is low risk. They're a legendary prisoner, but the low risk. Yeah, we're still going to bring them in. We're still going to bring them in. Obviously, we'll open medium as well. We'll keep that open. So if we do that, we won't get the legendary. I'd rather have the legendary at this stage. 15 grand. Yeah. 15 grand. High-risk prisons that are too dangerous for the prisons to be offered from time to time. Be warned, there's a reason they pay highly. These hardened criminals, yeah, no facility wants to take them. Yeah. Fair enough. If we were just to open that up, yeah, yes, we'd still be able to get our... oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll get these. And there we go. There's the intake. And I'm tempted just to stick it on, continue with the high risk. So, let's have a look. Legendary. And why did this snap over here? Oh, because I probably moused over that bit. So there's our legendary prisoner. Aston Rogers, prisoner number 185-85033, sentenced to 38 years for multiple crimes, including torture, violent disorder, and trafficking. Kidnapping, assault, trafficking, violent disorder, and torture. Legendary, with unknown reputations. Estimated reoffending chance, 97%. And there's loads of birthday presents as well. At least it's going through the scanner there. So yeah, okay, fair enough. It seems that... yeah, we're still working on the building here. You see all this stuff being brought in. We've finally done the 3 high variety, high quantity meals. This is good. Let's change things up. Policy. Low quantity, low variety. Then in our regime, we're going to change out the middle to be work/lockup. And I'm just going to put free time there. And, we have, it appears, another tunnel. Right. Oh, those guys also, I believe, we've got rank there. So we can change them to a specialist officer if we want to. We can also see some of them as well. Yeah, specialist officers. I think they do take higher... I think they have higher pay. You can only have so many on specialist officers. There is a limit. That's an armed guard which doesn't have a rank. Yeah, that's fine. Dogs trolling there. Got people cleaning, which is handy. And there is... I am going to assume, yeah, this is the guard following Gibbs. And Gibbs is currently cleaning. Anyway, over here. Tunnel search all sectors. 76 places to search. I'm going to assume, perhaps wrongly, that it's here. Oh, well, there's one up there that I didn't anticipate. But it's good that we found it. But we can't remove it because we're out of cash. Even with our intake, we are still out of cash. Okay, and it didn't remove this one. So I'm going to dismantle that toilet. And let's see. Yep, there it is. Down and across. Fair enough. We expected something along those lines. And you can see they're getting searched there as well. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to sell some shares. Something we don't often do. But it's more of a case of needs must at this stage. I mean, I could take another loan out. We can take up to $250,000 loan, I believe, but it doesn't seem to be right. So we're still working on the nutritional research, which is good. We're up to 72 because they are building this, which is good. Just going to double check and see. Yep, there is our legendary prisoner, which I'm tempted to assign a guard to them as well. Yeah. Simon Balthazar has a 52% coverage. Just going to double check the phone taps actually as well. Connections. Phone taps. The phone taps are in, for sure. So hopefully we can find out some information there. We shall see about that. I think we're also going to do a shakedown. It's been a while since we've done a big shakedown. Not that it seems to help out a lot. I think we've tried doing tool cleanup multiple times and got... Well, we have it done. It's fine, but it's not something that we've had amazing success with as of late. I'm also going to guesstimate that a lot of the stuff that's been nicked, or rather the contraband, has either been smuggled in or thrown over the wall. Thrown, smuggled in, that was thrown in, that was thrown in. Fire is started in the kitchen. Yep, that is definitely overcooked. The advantage is we have our sprinklers, which are currently not propagating as they should. Why is that fire sprinkler not active? And also we're having... Whoa! Aston Rogers, legendary prisoner, who has managed to take out Cole... Exhausted, yeah, that's an understatement. The doggo through the wall. Okay. Guard response for a start. And, well... Yeah, there's a fire in the kitchen. Let me stop this shakedown while we deal with that. Because it's burning through the walls. Oh, that finally the sprinkler's activated there. So these two should go out any second. Just going to look over here. Yeah, it looks like they are fighting. Obviously, we have batons and tasers. We do not... Hell's bells. Armed guards coming along. And free fire is on. And they're now unconscious. Wow. Okay. Well, that happened. How are we doing over here? We're doing fine. It's all being put out, so that's good. Overgrown wall can go there and there. Internal flooring is going to be that. And that's pretty much sorted. However, it has sort of reminded me to place fire extinguishers in and about the place. There and there. Should be acceptable. Right, we're not going to do another shakedown. One of the things you can do is you can... Or can we? Can we just get rid of them? I'm sure we can. There's a way we can remove prisoners. Just remove them from the... You basically just send them away. Yeah, the reoffending rate has not changed. I thought it was in there. Anyway, there's a way you can send prisoners away, but it seems a bit cheeky to get prisoners in, like, the Supermax, get that 15 grand intake, and then let them just leave, or force them to leave. And, quite frankly, it is somewhat amusing to have some of these people. I say amusing, it's more curious to see what their behaviours will be. So it appears that we've got our intake for prisoners, but I think the main issue is that the whole building process has changed somewhat, because we're having to bring all this stuff in, scan it, then install it over here, which there's quite a bit of that. There's quite a bit of that. Is there anything we can go for in bureaucracy? Non-lethal sniper would be useful. New ammunition that provides snipers the ability to fully use their gun without the fear of fatalities. Unless the free fire order is being given, snipers' bolts can only ever cause prisoners to become unconscious. Well, we are actually running free fire as a part of a theme for the facility. Sort of a harsh sort of locale. That's all working fine. And yeah, our daily cash flow is amazing. 1. Oh no, it's going up. It's going up. Once the inmate nutritional research is in, it shouldn't take too long to get a bit more cash. One thing that we do have a problem with as well is access at the back and sides, because at the moment the only way in and around this area is via, well, this way. But after that, if you want to say something like over here needs to be cleaned or gardened, or the snipers want to get there quickly, they have to go all the way around. So I am tempted to perhaps alter that a bit. I'm going to do another shakedown tonight. I'll run it now. Oh, prison grading is massively improved. 25% reoffending rate. If we check out this one, that's down to 29% as well. Oh, that could be a problem. The reason I say it could be a problem is one of the grants is Reform Prisoner Initiative. No, not that one. Where is it? There's one basically where get it under 30%. There's loads of locked ones. There's all the ones we've done. Tracker pilot scheme, I'm not going to bother with. Yeah, prisoner reoffending rate. Reduce the average reoffending rate to 30%. It doesn't say under 30%. So we might have to have it go up and then back down again. Unless it's just a curious bit in the wording. So what I'm seeing is hammers, rolling pins, first aid kit, spoons, poison. I mean, nothing... I mean, where this... Yeah, the rolling pin's been yeeted in over the wall. The shank was detected anywhere. Smuggling and rolled pins and a first aid kit. I mean, as a rule, I'm not particularly bothered about them having first aid kits. Sounds like a decent thing to have, but then again, who knows what's actually in there. Well, that was a search, and there's also grant completion. So I'm going to pick up cell block C. I'm going to decrease our bank loan. And that means then as well, we can change our policy back a little bit. So we're going to say medium, medium, with our regime having a bit of eat time in the middle. So that's balanced out a little bit. And what's curious is, if we check out our prisoners, it says we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there we go. I was going to say the bus has just not got here yet. Fearless, Stokel, Fearless, Foodie, and lots of unknown traits, actually. But obviously these are high-risk inmates. It's something that we'll have to just keep an eye on. Speaking of keeping an eye on, ooh, the power station is running a little bit on the sort of hot side. I was banking on supercapacitors, but we don't currently have them in this build. Okay. Utilities-wise, the water runs where it needs to run, so we can just build that without any problems. And a similar thing for... yeah, similar thing for our... I thought that's at 72 and it's down to 71. Yeah, it's because there's a tunnel there. Yeah, we'll just run the utilities around. We should be all right with it. We should be all right. Cell block C will be done shortly. It appears that it's kicked off again. Oh, Gary Chambers has been taken out. There's Andrew there. With our assigned guard. Looks like they've kicked off. So I wonder why this person then. Gary Chambers. Different face to that one. That's a face in game. That's also a face in game, but they don't match up. How curious. Experience. Recent misconduct, none, yet they're dead. Has the armed guard maybe had a personal vendetta there? No traits as well. So I have no idea why that happened. Again, how curious. There may be a question as to what happens when the prisoners go to sleep and the guard that's been assigned. Well, what happens? Well, let's check out Gibbs here. Well, I'm going to search prisoner because I'm sure they just flashed something. So yes, they are ex-law enforcement snitch. So we have this guard here, Quinn, who's following them. So for a start, the guard who is following them is not going to search them. But what happens is they try to keep the distance, which in my experience means that the guard ends up sitting in someone else's cell block. Oh, good grief. Right, let's see what Gibbs has got on them. Hey! They shout. And yeah, they had a baton. They had a baton. Alright. So, we're still building. It still takes an age to process this stuff. Do we need any more staff? We have 8 workers. Let's get a couple more. It's because they have to scan it all. There's Reformed Prisoner Award, which is good. Let's double check here then. Reforms to 31%. Okay. And there's even more people come in, because I'm guessing of that. We're actually on 75 now. It's been over-egged, because they haven't built it. There's some extremely strong, foodie, fearless stuff. Stuff? Strong, tough. Stuff. Tough, skilled fighter, green thumb. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to activate Simon Balthazar, it says. I thought it was Balthazar, but it's Zor. So let's see. Yep. There's all the people that are being targeted. Which we thought there'd be something like that. That's big targets. So I'm going to double check. So I want to select that person. Federal witness. They are being targeted. Oh, there's our legendary prisoner as well. Extremely strong, tough, volatile, stalkal, deadly, fearless, extremely quick as well. So yeah, the federal witnesses are going to need guards. I say they're going to need guards. They don't need guards, realistically. And I am going to unassign the guard from our legendary prisoner. So now we know who's being targeted. Or at least it's 58% coverage. And with that, we're going to get another armed guard, some more doctors, more guards, and more dog handlers. And indeed more snipers, I think, as well. Although, no, I won't do that, because I'm not entirely sure. Let me just lock open that door. I'm not entirely sure what our proper cash flow thing will be. So, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we're going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Slightly different change of pace, which I think is totally fine. We have got a bit of building, but it's mainly been focusing on the prisoners, about the intake, what's happening. There's a snitch there. So we do have another snitch. Who is this? Tim Waymark. Prisoner number 187827707. And I'm going to assign a guard. There we go. So, money is good. Intake seems fine. Going for max prisoners. And there is that grant completion again. Speaking of grants, we're going to pick up prison reoffending rate. And there we go. Okay. We're back on track. We've worked with a lot of grants, got a bit of building done, managed the facility, hopefully improved it by adding in the... Where is it? The staff programs which we're running for training, tasers and such. We're running programs there, foundation education, pharmacological treatment to drug addiction, workshop safety, kitchen safety. 2 are interested, I'll start that up. Behavioural therapy, solar panels, 3 strikes program, psychologist in the classroom. Let's run that as well. Let's run that. Because we do want to bring it down to under 30%. That says 34. That says 36. It's okay. As long as we're trending in the right direction, that's the main focus. Oh, 20 prisoners are going to arrive shortly. Very nice. Alright, so we're going to leave that for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect. Next episode, we will look at finishing this off. Obviously, putting in some wiring and water and power. We need to wire up the CCTV cameras. And then, most likely, we won't build this other cell block. I'm going to clone the yard and then clone this. And basically, we're on the sort of final stretches of this version of the prison build, and then after that we talk about expansion. Either way, hope you have enjoyed the episode. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.